for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're learning.
There is a pause.
I thought I was hearing stuff. Did you read it? I was going mad. Yes, I did. I'm going to ask you. No, I'm not going to ask anybody. Lee was this thing. All right, let's get a roll call of the members present, please.
Councilmember Whitten?
I'm here.
Councilmember Conover? Present. Councilmember Biggs?
Here.
Councilmember Graham?
Oh, I'm sorry, here.
Councilmember Justin?
Here.
Councilmember Paparad?
Here.
Councilmember Rivas?
I am enthusiastically present.
And that's 7 present.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Let's go to the ordinance real quick. I wanted Scott to talk about that. Scott, talk about that. I don't forget. As you guys know, the commissioners passed their ordinance. I did come down the day after they passed their ordinance, and I read through it. Scott's also gotten a copy of it, and the ordinance they passed
is the one I drafted.
It's the one you drafted. Yeah, the one that Scott gave us some time back, and I think numbers-wise, the $10 million held back, rest goes into the foundation, et cetera, et cetera.
Correct.
So they've opted in, so now it's our turn, and this is the ordinance, I believe, Scott, that you prepared before.
Correct.
So you want to just kind of give us the quick skinny on it?
I mean, basically, as you guys know, both the commissioners and the council had to adopt substantially similar ordinances in order to avail ourselves of the new Indiana Code 36.114.3. This would be our substantially similar ordinance to the commissioners. The only difference is obviously the commissioners' ordinance contained the dollar amount to be transferred to the foundation. Ours does not, as that is the way the state statute is laid out. So I would ask for your consideration in passing this. It's basically the exact same language as the commissioners, as I drafted both, availing ourselves to the statute as the way the statute currently exists.
What's your pleasure with this ordinance?
Make the motion.
Second.
A motion in a couple of seconds. Any discussion? Hearing none, let's get a roll call on this ordinance, please.
Councilmember Conover?
Yes.
Councilmember Biggs?
Yes.
Councilmember Graham?
Yes.
Councilmember Justin?
Yes.
Councilmember Paparad?
Yes.
Councilmember Rivas?
Yes.
And Councilmember Whitten?
Yes.
And I will need you all to
You want me to start one down here?
copy.
Start yours, Bob, and then we'll all kind of sign as comes down. Okay. That, having been done...
Dan is?
You can sign wherever you want.
One copy?
That's good.
Okay.
All right, so we're also here for final reading. So,
And I believe we do have two issues.
yes.
Before we actually do the final reading.
Yes.
Number one was, in the 911 budget, for the overtime.
Yes.
We increased his overtime. Unfortunately, that increase, it's not a bad thing, it's just that we're over the advertised amount. So I
Okay.
would suggest that we just let the auditor take it up to what we can,
Right?
notify the 911 director who's luckily here, he can come back in January for an additional to make the difference up. It's an advertising issue, we went up 10%. And so that overtime move was more than the 10% that we could deal with.
You understand that? We can't pass more than we advertise, so we're going to the max that we advertised, and then you can come back in January for additional
We
to,
can tell you no.
to firm it up a little bit. Anything else? What's the other issue?
The other issue was, I believe there was some talk concerning the health department.
Right.
And I believe you can speak for yourself. What you want to deal with that in January?
Yeah, the issue was that after the last meeting, the health department director indicated that because of the increase to the nurses, he now, his staff makes more than him, and he asked us to take another look at his salary, to see if we'd give him another $1,500 to take him over his nurses' salaries, or his head nurse salary. I don't know if you want to do it now, or you want to talk about it in January, or not talk about it at all.
We could leave it alone and say thank you by leadership, putting the troops forward.
No. So I don't care. I just told him I'd bring it up.
He received the $1,000
Right.
That's correct. So Vicki, with that, it's good, I know where you're going, Jim. With the 1,000, how much difference is she from the one below him? At one point, he said $1,300, but is that counting the $1,000?
No, we gave him the $1,000, we gave him $1,500 total, and that pushed him slightly over the nursing
How did
supervisor.
you get $1,500
Well,
total?
what does he want from us?
Because that's what I thought.
No, we're not, if we, forget that. We're going to talk about whether we're going to give him any additional.
No, if we give him 1,000, he's
Yeah.
under the nursing supervisor's salary ordinance. He's under the nursing supervisor. The nursing supervisor will make 53,086, and he will make 52,751.
So, all right. So go ahead, Jim, with your question or your thoughts.
Well, I was just wondering, and it's not gonna place him over, and we have to do something here. I believe Keith has, what, 25 years in here?
So it looks like he's about $300 under his head is chief nurse.
I make the motion to allow the 1,500.
Okay.
Counting the 1,000 that he already got? That would put, if we added another 500, that would put him over her.
Correct. We just gave the 1,500, and that
Yeah.
put him over.
Yeah.
All right.
The
So
1,500.
so there's a motion on the floor for that. Is that a big deal to change, Vicki? If we take
It'll
us-
take us 30 seconds, because that's what we had.
All right, let's see if that motion passes first.
15?
Yeah, 1,500 versus 1,000.
Yeah, instead of, if you get an additional 500.
Oh, okay.
There's a motion on the floor, I'll second it, for discussion.
So that will make him a couple hundred over what she's...
Yeah, about $100 and some over.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest with you, I was very surprised to see that he made just only that he's making less than $55,000 a year instead of the county health department, and he's been here 25 years.
So, okay, and, any other discussion about that? All in favor of the, motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Make the change, Vicki, give us the new number.
The new number is 1642829.
Okay, so you already had it in there for me, all right, thanks. And then, okay, any other last minute housekeeping we want to do? Let's have final reading, I guess, Vicki, you want to go through the,
Can I just share a piece of good news?
yeah, that'd be great.
The general fund, if you want to go to the general fund, you have met your goal.
Well
General
done.
fund totals 37.286, so you're under your goal.
Good.
Excellent.
And in terms of the number of positions that were eliminated during budget hearings, it comes out to a total of 6. However, there were 2 positions that were moved into the general fund, so the net reduction is 4 in the general fund.
Okay. Well, we knew this was going to be a bit of a challenge, it looks like we did it.
Did a fine job.
So, all right, Vicki, let's go with the final reading.
Rainy day fund, $61,075,000. General fund, 101, $37,286,925. Auditor non-reverting, 113, $236,218. 2015 reassessment, 0124, $476,003. Police pension, $342, $185,000. Animal shelter, $615,000, $60,000. Convention and Visitors Bureau, 616, $1,398,552. Highway, 702, $4,759,231. Local roads and streets, 706, $1 million. Major moves, 720, $1,150,000. Cumulative bridge, 790, $485,000. Health Department, 801, $1,642,829. Civic Center, 1001, $447,435. Continuing Education, 1151, $11,000. E911, 1156, $1,950,392. That differs from your list just because we noticed it before we printed it.
Can I have that number again, please?
Yes, $1,950,392.
Thank you.
Jail lease rental, $1185, $2,950,000. Parks, $1303, $233,714. Parking garage, $2142, $14,500. Plan commission, $2243, $653,891. CCD, $2391, $3,403,837. CEDAT, $2411, $5,810,833. County Corrections, $9,500, $124,000. Prosecutor County User Fee, $9,501, $529,406. Health Maintenance, $9,502, $109,375. Donations, $9,503, $80,500. LAPC, $9,504, $85,304. Recorder Perpetuation, $9,505, $298,915. Anabuse, $9,506, $179,670. GIS, $9,507, $32,000. Prosecutor Pretrial Diversion, $9,508, $71,193. Juvenile Probation User Fee, $9,509, $79,715. Adult Probation User Fee, $9,510, $505,500,544. Surveyor Perpetuation, $9,511, $33,971. Firearms, $9,512, $79,000. Extradition, $9,513, $5,000. Hazardous Substance, $9,514, $46,650. Vehicle Inspection, $9,515, $5,000. Accidents, $9,516, $5,000. Domestic Violence Grant, $9,517, $97,875. Cable TV franchise, $9,518, $1,100,000. Overweight vehicle, $9,519, $51,170. Prosecutor stop grant, $9,520, $28,932.
Laughing now.
Memorial Opera House, $9,521, $360,381. Public Safety Data Tech, $9,522, $237,900. Videotape fees, $9,523, $3,000. Adult Probation Pretrial Services, $9,524, $60,000. Clerk, $40, $9,525, $143,369. Prosecutor, $40, Incentive, $9,526, $164,513.
Enhanced access, keep
That
going.
gets eliminated, right? Enhanced access. We'll come back to that. Photo duplicates,
Wait, we'll come back to that. Stop. What's the issue with it?
That's the budget we're closing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there is no enhanced access budget?
Excellent.
That's the fund we're closing, IT.
Okay, go on.
Photo duplicates, Fund 9528, $6,000. Emergency Medical Services, 9529, $256,000. Clerk Perpetuation, 9530, $58,793. State Criminal Alien Assist, 9531, $8,000. Health Department Trust Account, 9532, $75,800. Circuit Court Family Court, 9533, $19,377. Inmate Processing, 9535, $136,000. Adult Probation Admin Fees, 9536, $84,885. Juvenile Probation Admin Fees, 9537, $30,457. Circuit Court DSC, 9538, $36,783. Hospital Trailing Liability, 9539, $350,000. Prosecutor Riverboat Money, 9540, $250,000. Circuit Court ADR, 9541, $24,610. Hospital Interest, 9542, $2,424,000. Juvenile Detention Codes, 9543, $43,435. Prosecutor Check Deferral, 9544, $20,500. Recorder Redaction, 9545, $15,000. County User Fees, 9546, $213,852. Sex and Violent Offender Administration, 9547, $17,783. Hospital Sale Proceeds, 9548, $1,045,417. Drug Task Force, 9549, $94,885. Public Defender Supplemental, 9550, $94,000. Prosecutor 4D PCA, 9551, $7,300. Medical Care for Inmates, 9552, $23,100. Prosecutor State and Local Grant, 9553, $11,490. Edward Byrne Memorial, 9554, $125,000. Prosecutor 4D ERA, 9555, $13,000. JDAI Grant, 9556, $55,058. Sheriff Animal Control Fees, 9560, $10,000. Special solid waste management, 8210, $1,294,905. Non-reverting capital funds for solid waste, 9,500, 55,500. Special airport general, 8101, $1,318,865. Special airport cumulative building, 8190, $264,000. Special fire service general, 8601. This is the West Porter Fire District, $113,560, and special cumulative fire, 8691, $180,000. And that concludes second reading.
Okay, if you could read those one more time, Vicki, I'm gonna make sure we got them right. Okay, what's your pleasure with final reading? We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any discussion? Hearing none, let's get a roll call on final reading, please.
Councilmember Biggs.
Yes.
Councilmember Graham.
Yes.
Councilmember Jessen.
Yes.
Councilmember Paparad.
Yes.
Councilmember Rivas.
Yes.
Councilmember Witten.
Yes.
Councilmember Conover.
Yes.
7 ayes.
All right, do we have anything else we need to do then? Is that it? No other house you had a question, Bob?
Yeah, weren't we gonna take some major moves money and move it over to the commissioners? Is that inside the 37?
No, I thought you all talked about them coming back at the start of the year or later.
All right, because we took all the drainage money. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be something to deal with in January-ish, right? Or after January? All right. Anything else? Any other questions, concerns?
The only other thing we're dealing with that I know of at the first of the year is sheriff's pension for next year.
That's right. All right, so I anticipate with this foundation, like I said, Scott and I have been preliminarily talking with the consulting firm. Now I'd like they were wanting to see these ordinances in place first. Now I would anticipate just kind of regrouping, myself, Scott, Mike, Councilman Jessen, and I believe the Commissioner said Commissioner Good, and we'll kind of have a little meeting on where we're at with things, bring everything to you guys, and we can start plowing forward with that and planning out meetings.
Do you all have a target date that you want to hit?
Yesterday.
Have everything?
As soon as, what do you think, Scott? We've talked about this, and it's moved with a couple of these delays, but, I mean...
What's the goal for what? What's...
Oh, the sooner we have this all set up, the sooner we start.
So we know the foundation board, when should we have our first foundation
I guess
board meeting?
once now that we have these ordinances passed, and I can finalize the contract with the financial advisor, I can get it, at the next meeting, I can tell you the timeline here, how fast we can have
Bylaw, we want to have bylaws present in front of the foundation board.
And really the biggest issue, because the bylaws are drafted, you guys have a copy of those.
Right.
What we're really talking about is investment policy.
That's correct. So, you can have some, all right, so I guess what we can do, a good way to do this is, between now and our next meeting, Scott, if we could have a meeting with, you have the consultants on the phone, you, me, Mike, and Commissioner Good, I believe is who they suggested, where we can kind of lay some of this stuff out so we can report back to this body where we're at on things and have a better idea of the timing.
Correct.
You okay with that, Mike?
Sounds good.
Okay.
But just to be clear, before anyone gets confused, final approval of the investment policy, of the bylaws, the IRS applications coming before the foundation board, which is all 7 of you and the 3 commissioners. So I don't want that to be confused. Nothing's going to be happening. The only thing that's happening in this committee is getting this thing moving.
Oh, yeah, I just want to kind of regroup, get things, get where we're at, get some, instead of trying to coordinate, and then I'll just immediately tell everybody what where we're at and what the consultants had to, say, and then we can kind of regroup. And I would like to have, at some point, we're going to get our foundation board together and identify the bylaws, get those passed, and start really having some, investment policy discussions.
It'd be nice if we could close all that out by the end of January.
I would say that's definitely in the wheelhouse. Scott?
I don't think that's at all unreasonable, frankly.
Okay.
The only reason I'm hesitating at all on the timeline is that I know we're in the holiday season. That's the only reason I'm hesitating at all.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, we got,
And speaking of which,
we have to.
the
Yeah,
fourth
we'll make it work.
Tuesday would be Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. Are we going to meet that day or go out to the first or?
Yeah, I won't be here the week of Thanksgiving, so,
You want to move it up to the 17th?
Or do you want to do the first of December?
doesn't mean much to me. You guys want to do the,
I'd say the 1st of December.
yeah.
December first?
Cover both months.
Yeah, then we'll see if we need to have one again in December.
I mean, 'cause
Sometimes we don't have one in December if there's nothing that's, because of the holidays.
Right.
Yeah, let's meet on the 1st of December here.
All right, that's the first Tuesday.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. With that in,
What?
we'll see how it goes.
See how it goes.
All right, any other thoughts or concerns need to be addressed? Having no others, let's have a meeting. Go Colts.